Notary, I hope you're doing great tonight. I'm coming to you a little late as business requires. Sometimes that's one of the things we love about our signing business is that it can be so flexible. And as we're entering the end of the month, it's going to get a little bit busier, which we all love to see. And that's a great time to start thinking about setting goals because we are rounding the end of the first quarter. And I know you're saying to me, Amy, I've heard this a million times, but I'm going to tell you, you haven't heard it like this. I want you to listen. It's going to be super helpful in your 2022 business. This is a way to transform whether or not you're actually reaching those goals. And the first thing I would say is definitely set a very specific goal. And when I say specific, one of the things I want you to think about is just in your heart, what's your goal? And it doesn't have to be just monetary. In fact, it's best if it's not. But let's talk about one specific goal. Every single day, I write 10 things as if they are true that will be true in the future. And one of them is a goal for my business. Now, when I was first scaling up to six figures, this is what I did. I said, American Elite Notary will be a six-figure business annually by, and then a date. What does that mean? So you set your goal, right? You get super specific. I could have said, I have a business that makes that covers my bills annually. Okay, but get more specific. All right, American Elite Notary covers my bills annually. Great. Now get more specific. American Elite Notary generates six figures annually. Fantastic. Now I'll put a timeline on it. Get it? American Elite Notary generates six figures by the end of 2021. That was my goal, and I hit it. So my goal now is to generate seven figures by 2023. That is an order of magnitude, right? That's a big jump. So I set that goal. American Elite Notary generates 1 million or seven figures. I didn't limit it by saying 1 million, seven figures annually by 2023. And then I can start to dissect that goal, to take it apart, to analyze what benchmarks would have to be met, to look at other revenues in that same space that are doing similar scale and see what they're doing business practice wise. I have a model that works. You probably do too. And so the question is how then to scale that model. One of the things that I think entrepreneurs do all too often is they find a model that's quite workable, but then they just think, oh, but it's not enough. I need to move on. If you have a model that works, work it, grow it, especially if you enjoy it, especially if it's serving people and that's in your heart, which of course, as we all know, for me, that's one of the key elements. So you've got to make a goal. You've got to make it incredibly specific. If there's anything in there that's not specific, what the name of the business is, what the date you will achieve the goal is, what the exact amount is that you wish to reach, whatever your goal is, and then you write it every single day and then reverse engineer it, it will change your life. I know this all sounds woo-woo, but I'm telling you it worked for me and it can work for you. I want you to try it with a goal, shout it out below, and then let's help each other by engineering those statements to be even more specific and even more productive so that you can reach your goals in your businesses because that's what you deserve, right? We all deserve success. So that's how to start making your goal. It grows. Let's see, think about what you notice. What we focus on grows. That's the other thing I wanted to share is that when you start writing that every single day, our brains are so powerful. They're very tricky, right? Have you ever had something where, let's say you drove, for me, my example was when I was pregnant. I never noticed pregnant women before. I really didn't, unless it was like a friend or a relative. But when I got pregnant, I saw pregnant women everywhere. Maybe you love a certain car and you never even knew about a Tesla. Let's call it a Tesla. But then once you learned about Teslas, you started seeing Teslas everywhere. It's because your brain is wired to help you find that success. So when you start writing this very specific goal with a timeline, that's super critical. Your brain is going to start hacking your success for you. It's going to start looking for opportunities. It's going to start feeding you the images that you need to make those dreams come true. One of the places that we work on this regularly is in my group called Resilient and Successful Lifestyle. Once I grew 2 businesses to 6 figures, that's when I wanted to start sharing that formula with others, because people help me along the way, and that's what I want to do for you too. So follow the link and join us in that group. It's super positive, it's super helpful, and we have lots of actionable tips just like this that can help you create the business of your dreams. I'll see you back here tomorrow live around 5.